Sounds good, Brian. Thank you. Well, new this morning, 3 people are charged for a shooting in Greensboro. Police say on Tuesday night, officers were on their way to investigate a report of shots fired on Wilcox Drive when they were notified someone had been shot less than half a mile away on Country Ridge Road. And that is where officers found Sanchez Sanders with a gunshot wound to his ankle. Investigators believe shots were fired into homes at both locations. Now, I want you to take a good look at your screen. Investigators charged Sanchez Sanders, Donnaline Sanders, and Savon Livingston with a list of crimes, including assault.
A former Greensboro police officer is expected to appear in court today following a shooting that happened last year.
Hayden Hughes is charged with assault with a deadly weapon. Greensboro police say that he was fired last month after an internal investigation found his use of force violated department policy.
Back in December of 2025, police say Hughes shot a man on Van Allen Circle after that man resisted arrest for breaking and entering. The man who was shot did survive. Greensboro's police chief plans to petition the court to release the full body camera footage to the public.
Getting you now to another headline. A High Point man is in jail this morning after police say that he attacked someone with a machete. Alonzo Davis, you see him here, is charged with attempted first-degree murder.
The attack happened last weekend on Richard Avenue. Police say Davis punched the victim during an argument, then took a machete out of a car and swung it at him. The man was hospitalized with a deep cut to his arm.
A frightening story to share today. A Mount Tabor high school student is due in court after Forsyth County deputies say that they found a knife in his backpack. Take a look at the knife right here. Deputies say the student threatened multiple classmates. He's charged with communicating a threat of mass violence and having a weapon on campus. Deputies say metal detectors were not used at Mount Tabor that morning, only in the afternoon. Young people in Greensboro discussing public safety with police and city officials there. The city's community safety department hosted the youth town hall at police headquarters for people ages 14 to 24. Attendees and officers explored ways to build trust, prevent violence, and strengthen community relationships. The city's youth engagement director led the discussion. He hopes the conversation will hopefully lead to some meaningful change.
When young people are heard that their action items, that their thoughts, that their ideas, that what they need is actually being acted upon. Because it happens too much, like young people come to an event, they'll be like, hey, this is for you. And then we'll talk and talk and talk, and then a few months down the line, nothing is happening. I hope they walk away with the idea that they know they have someone on their behalf, fighting for them, advocating for them, and doing the things that need to be done.
I recently sat down with Triad teens to get their views on violence, mental health, and social media pressure. You can watch our special, Our Kids, Our Future, right now on the Very Local app.
Investigators are searching for a missing man from Clemens. The State Bureau of Investigation is searching for 34-year-old Robert Fox, who goes by Barrett. A photo of him is on your screen right now. Investigators say he left a hospital back on July 31st and has not contacted his family or friends since. His family does believe he may have traveled to Tennessee. He's described as 6'1", weighing around 200 pounds.
We're coming up on 6:07. Ronda's Board of Commissioners will vote this weekend on whether to dissolve the town's charter.
It comes after leaders say they received letters from state officials urging them to voluntarily dissolve over the town's dwindling finances. Our Kara Peters is following this developing story for us now.
So, Kara, commissioners actually had to move their vote up. Can you explain why?
Well, town leaders had previously decided to let residents vote on whether or not to dissolve their charter. But state leaders said they couldn't get it on the ballot until next November. And get this, the town does not have enough money to operate until then. Mayor Pro Tem Kevin Reese says the only way forward would be to either triple taxes, have services stop, or dissolve the town altogether.
I love the town and the people that live there. It's just a sad day. I do not want to see the town go away, but I cannot put a financial burden on the people that I know they cannot afford.
Again, that vote is happening on Saturday, but a time has not been announced yet. We are told there will be a public comment period before the vote. We will keep you updated on this story.
Memorials for Dolly Parton continue to grow. as fans from all over the world pay their respect to the late country music icon.
For generations, Parton's music, generosity, and larger-than-life personality have touched so many people all around the world. At Dollywood in Tennessee, visitors are coming from near and far. Fans shared stories with our team about the country music legend and how she's impacted their lives.
And she more than had the heart of giving, and she loved Jesus our Lord, and she exemplified that in everything that she did.
When you have women icons like that are just shattering glass ceilings, showing love, and just breaking through with what women can do in this industry, like just moving, like she's an influencer of just peace and love and acceptance.
Dollywood's president also speaking, saying he's shed many tears since Dolly's death, but being at the park surrounded by guests and staff and fans who love Dolly has been healing for him.
As tributes for Dolly continue, we invite you to join us for MeTV's special. MeTV Remembers Dolly Parton. It's going to be airing this Sunday at 5 p.m. This morning, fans are also mourning the loss of actor Tim Curry. He died on Tuesday at the age of 80. Curry became a cult favorite as Dr. Frankenfurter in 1975's Rocky Horror, and later played Wadsworth in Clue and Pennywise in the 1990 It miniseries. His representative did not share a cause of death. The actor did suffer a stroke back in 2012 that left him in a wheelchair.
Meta was telling parents everywhere that their top concern was the safety of their children, and it wasn't. Their top concern was making a buck.
That is North Carolina's Attorney General Jeff Jackson speaking out after learning a landmark lawsuit against Meta is now settled. The tech company agreed to a nearly $18 billion settlement.
The deal resolves claims from 29 states, including North Carolina, that the company's social media platforms harmed young people's mental health. We're going to have team coverage on this landmark case coming up in our next half hour. Our Washington correspondent breaks down the new safeguards that Meta is implementing for teens, and Kara Peters will share how state leaders plan to use the settlement money.
Well, ahead of the November election, our AG has also filed a lawsuit against the U.S. Postal Service over a new mail-in ballot rule. So according to this lawsuit, it requires states to enroll nearly all mail-in voters in an electronic portal that USPS has never used before. It also states that postal workers and election officials have not been trained on it. Jackson says the new rule goes into effect just days before county boards of elections will begin mailing absentee ballots ahead of the midterm elections. He argues this change could risk voters' ability to receive their ballots in time to be returned and counted.